Morning, fellas, and welcome back. Happy New Year, and may the best happen for everybody in 2022. From yesterday's video, looking at Bitcoin prices here, it looks like things are moving along in the way I was expecting the indicators to follow. Until I got to one chart and I was thinking, what? So let's jump in and check this out. Now, in the RSI, yesterday we were talking about the 12-hour needing to hold its line here, and as we move into the 4-hour time frame, it's looking good. The 1-hour time frame starts to become interesting because a break of this trend line is going to tell us where the noise is going to come in to this potential 1, 2, 3 bottom formation breakout right above really important support and resistance levels all the way through this pullback. And so for me, I feel we've broken above a more significant level than just this little 1, 2, 3. And so I'm expecting that the RSI on the 1-hour time frame is going to continue higher, maybe, as we go up. And then as the price comes back to retest these levels, that's when the RSI will be breaking this trend line. But wherever it breaks that trend line, this is going to be an important place that the price breaks. And if it breaks the trend line now, it won't be as much fun for me. Now, when we go into the MACD, it's much the same thing. On the 12-hour time frame, we can see the histogram is getting shorter, which shows that the downtrend is losing momentum and it's gaining some bullish momentum right there. And we can see that happening in the 4-hour time frame. It plays it out and shows us the cross of that histogram going into a positive state. And yet again, when we get into the 1-hour time frame for this MACD, this is where it's going to start showing us where the trouble is in the market. So again, I would be hopeful for prices to go higher and then come back and retest while the MACD makes its way up, and then break this pattern as we're retesting from above. This would be really great because it would be starting to play out the 1, 2, 3 formation on the 12-hour time frame. This is the chart I drew out the other day, scribbling the pullback and the consolidation before we move up. And our free Bitcoin bot will fire that hold status when that 12-hour EMA crosses, and we'll follow along that trading plan as it happens. Now, when we go into the Ichimoku cloud, I'll start out in the daily because this was a surprise for me when that crossed and flashed a bullish signal there on the daily 2 days ago, and it's been holding since that time. So I've been really watching what's happening on the closer time frames. The 12-hour has held above as well. And those bullish crosses were significant because the 4-hour was pulling back at that very same time. Now, the Ichimoku cloud is important to notice that most all of the crosses go up through a red cloud. And this gives me the idea that we are going to go sideways a bit more in order for this 4-hour to cross through the red cloud. And so too then will the 12-hour, and the daily will be working its way to cross up above that red cloud. And each of those stages are going to be important places for us to come back and retest from above. And so if our MACD and our RSI hourly give us this retest from above and we're getting confirmation from the Ichimoku cloud, then I expect that we're going to have our cross on the weekly Bollinger bands up into the bullish territory. And that was going to be really significant. So we're going to watch what's going on in the Bollinger bands just to see that crossover happen and to play this out, because it does seem like it's consolidating down now. And the more narrow the bands get, it seems like there's going to be a larger move coming. So should we bring ourselves up to test under this 200 period moving average, this would be a really good consolidation that would match up great to our trading bot. Now, the surprise chart for me was when I went to check out the longs and shorts. The little pump that we just had was an exit of a whole bunch of longs. So if we go back to the price chart now and get rid of the indicators so that I can just go into a short-term time frame, we had this pump right here on the 5-minute time frame. And during this time, if I go into the 5-minute time frame on this chart, we can see that a long closed a very long position, a very large position just after this pump. This pump was an excuse to close a very large position. And if that's the case, that puts us back to reviewing our indicators to being sure we are watching for the break of this trend line on the 1 hour MACD and the RSI, because a break of that trend line as we're breaking below these levels shows that that big bull who was holding a long position, he's finally closed it as soon as there was any pump to the market. He's either lost his nerve at the wrong moment and he's going to regret it very soon, or this is prophetic and that we could be having more selling opportunities coming up. And that's going to play out in our crosses of the RSI and the MACD. Let's keep a close eye what's going on over on all of these indicators. I look forward to you guys joining me again tomorrow. I'll sign off now because I want to get into doing the next video on Bitcoin dominance and running through the indicators on all of this to see what is going on with the altcoins and what should we be doing, which coins should be holding, which coins should we be exiting right now, and why. What's going on with the markets. By looking at Bitcoin dominance, we can get a really good inside look at the altcoins. And so I'll sign off now, jump over to that video, and I will see you guys over on our Discord chat. Happy New Year, and be sure to say hello to your mother.